Hey, what's up guys, aarava here, and welcome back to the episode of my F1 2019 Manager Career Mode here with Ferrari for episode number 4 today in Season 2 at the Portuguese Grand Prix. If you guys did miss the previous one, then be sure to go check that one out. That was a mixed bag. Obviously, we had a very bad day in the office with Verstappen, which was my bad, really, with the way the tyre strategy worked out there, but it was a great day in the office for Sebastian Vettel. He showed that he's still got a lot of speed in him, and he's still really maybe the main man here at the team because he did an electric job of getting pole off Fernando Alonso. It didn't look likely, and he just snagged it. The reaction was something else from me, and then he controlled the race from there and was able to do a great job. Obviously, though, it's still all to play for. It's all very tight still in this early stage of the championship. There, 2 points ahead of Hamilton, 6 ahead of Verstappen, and in the constructors, Mercedes did gain on us because Verstappen's demise meant that they outscored us there, and we potentially got maybe some rain at the Portuguese Grand Prix. Apparently, sunny, cloudy, and then rainy in the race potentially. We'll see. In terms of the car, I think we showed some decent pace around Portugal. I think our front wing might let us down a little bit at Portugal, but I think we have a good engine and good acceleration there, so it might be a little bit closer than it was at China, which isn't a bad thing, because China was, well, a bit of a whitewash for Vettel. He was able to really, you know, at no point was he really in danger, I don't think. He might have been in danger from Verstappen with an undercut, potentially, but obviously then Verstappen got like, completely just sideswiped by the safety car, then coming out at the wrong point for him. But in terms of the pit crew, then let's have a quick gander here. Now, we do have some people that are a little bit high on the percentage of the mistakes, so we have to try and look into that. We don't really have... None of these really are great highs for tyre wear, so for the tyre change, sorry. So I'm going to reject most of them. Maybe that front jack guy, but even that, I think we've got a good front jack, don't we? We've got 18, he's 0.6. Yeah, let's just reject him here. So we're going to have a bit of a slower pit stop here, because we're going to have to swap out some of these guys just to make sure we don't have any mistakes coming out here at this next Grand Prix. So actually, you know what? I'm going to swap them all out here because they really need to rest up. These guys can stay put because we don't really use much fixing at this stage. 0.9 is a bit high, so we do have a rear jack. I would love to swap him out. There we go, 17. Good stuff there. So we've got a 2.49 pit stop. That's still pretty damn awesome, actually, so that's not too bad. I won't complain about that. So here we go then. Got an interview off the back of that race. Hulkenberg's agent's been telling reporters all over town you're interested in signing. I'm going to say we may look into it. He was on our shortlist at one point last season, but I'm not really going to look into signing him, but I'll just say that for the press and for the paper. And we're going to move through for our new rear wing, which has been designed, and we've got new sponsors to look at. Slot 4, we've got O.Z Racing, Nordica, and Disney. Okay, all upfront payments. This one's the highest one, but that's 19 races, so let's get the calculator out then, and let's see how this works out then. So we've got 12.4 million divided by 19, so about 650k per race. Let's have a look now at the Nordica one. We've got 11 million divided by 13. That's 846k per race, so that's a lot better, and I think the OZ one is already going to be a lot less there. So 8 million... divided by 15 is 500. Yeah, so Nordica, we're going to go for that. Looks like a pretty sweet brand, actually. That logo is pretty awesome. So, going to go accept that. 11 million up front. I feel like the slot 4 is always upfront payments. Yeah, fixed payments. Yeah, so you can see there. Apart from M&M, who is in the fixed payment slot, but is a not fixed payment sponsor. Anyway, Nordica, where does that actually put that on the car? On top of the engine cover. All right, that's all right then. That's pretty decent. Okay, so that's a bit of business done. Finance-wise, we're now getting less per race. We're only getting under 1 million now. But, I mean, now we've got 94 million. That's just, we just don't need this much money, but we just have it. That's just Ferrari in real life, isn't it? So to that effect, I think I'm going to spend some money on our HQ here. What should we spend it on? Staff center, forecast center, telemetry center. What's that going to improve? The gearbox for an epic gearbox potentially. Wind tunnel, front wing, brake, suspension, simulators, the rear wing. I don't think we need to really focus too much on that. Maybe just something like the staff center would be quite cool. Improve driver fitness, improve staff stats. So let's upgrade that. 15 weeks, 7 million. That's really not much. We could do forecasting center as well. 7 million. Yeah, why not? 17 weeks. Yeah, splash the cash. So we just how much did we just spend there? I think we just spent like it didn't even look at that. It didn't even look like we spent any money on the finance thing. It literally looks like we've not really spent that much. That's pretty crazy, right? So what did we just do? We did about 14 million of yeah, we did about nearly 15 million worth of purchases to the HQ. I'm pretty happy with that. Right, car. We've just, the rear wing's going to get made very soon. Literally in a matter of hours, so it's done now. So we're going to design a new part. I'm going to go ahead and design a new... I'm going to go for brakes, because that's second place, and that looks the lowest bar really out of everything. So I'm going to go for brakes now. We'll go for plus 20 on deceleration there. That'll get done 6 days before the Grand Prix, though, so that's going to be a pretty quick turnaround. This new rear wing, though, let's get that on. That's also a... what's that? A plus 40 in the race, isn't it? Yeah, that's pretty decent, right. So we'll remove this, add that on, remove that, add that on. And we'll move this over here to about 35. We'll remove that. That's pretty much done. 88 suspension. That's fine. 90 brakes. That's fine. Just these three to improve, really. So there you go. 31 to 19. Get done 1 day before the race. That's pretty damn sweet. So we'll move on then. Brakes gonna get built pretty soon. We've got a mechanic complaint. Give them all the bonus. Mechanics relationship. We've got the money for it, so why not? I already am splashing the cash this episode. Down to 79 million. Oh, that's a real tight budget, that is. Right, report on our coming race. We've got 10%. Our marketability, our chairman's happy with that. 10% of rain, so potentially maybe not actually that much rain is going to come in this race. Brakes are now being designed, so we'll design another set, or should we go for something else now? I think we should spread this out a little bit, make sure we've got a little bit of, we're dipping our feet into everything, really. So I'm going to go for a gearbox now. We'll go for plus 10 acceleration, plus 10 reliability. That's decent. 2 days before the Grand Prix. That's fine. So we're dipping our toes into everything now. Right, that was a new set of brakes. Here we go. It's already the best brakes we've got, so that's amazing. So we're going to add that onto reliability, add on to performance. Not performance yet, because what's close to being maxed out here? Not a lot, really. No, I'll just keep it there. I'll just improve the reliability. We'll move that more towards that. Actually, wait, we'll move this more towards here. 35, 15. Just make sure that's going to be usable in the Grand Prix. Get towards it now. We've got the gearbox being done, and that's finished. That's awesome. So 3 new parts here in this episode. Very nice. Gearbox. Is that the best one? Yes, it is the best one. So I'll add that onto reliability as well, and make sure that's good. These 3 can be removed. And I'm going to remove this gearbox. No, this gearbox here. Going to add that one on, and that'll be the best one we're making. And then design new part. Shall we now go for something like suspension's fine, rear wings now fine, suspension. Let's go for it. We'll go for plus 20. Go 1 day after the race. So we are really making moves here this episode with the amount of things we're making. Here we go. We've now got a political vote. The removal of the Japanese Grand Prix. Now, I do not want to remove it. It is a good Grand Prix. It's a fun one. So I'm going to vote plus 2. Not plus 3, plus 2. And I hope everyone makes the right decision here. There are 4 people to remove it. I don't know why. It's a great GP. Just because you all suck at it doesn't mean it should be removed. So let's go for it. Plus 2 against removing the Japanese Grand Prix. I beg. No. What are you doing, people? Come on. Yes. 7 to 5. I was the difference. The plus 2. I was the difference. Suck it, people. Japanese Grand Prix staying on the calendar. That's what we love to see. That's what we like to see. Right, moving on then to the Grand Prix. Choosing the M&M sponsor, obviously. Fit parts. Right, this will be interesting now. Right, giving Verstappen this better engine. Giving that one to Vettel. That's the agreement we came to last episode. I will give this brake set to Verstappen. I will give this one to Vettel now. And then in terms of gearbox, I will give the better gearbox to Vettel. And I will keep Verstappen at that one. In terms of the rear wing, I will give Vettel that upgrade there, and he is still only content, unfortunately, so I don't know how we're going to work this out. I'm going to have to maybe give him the better brakes as well. Okay, now he's fine. So Vettel's got everything better apart from the engine, but the engine, it does make up a big part of the car, obviously. It makes a big difference for pushing on the fuel, but they're now delighted in that way, so I'm trying to be as fair as I can within the game boundaries of delighted. So there we go. Right, practice time. Maybe... Oh, it says heavy rain now. So maybe that 10% is really going to play out then into the race and maybe into quali as well. Alright, send them out on the hard tyres as per usual with a setup to check, but we'll check at the end and we'll try and... This time maybe get level 2 on both the tyres and both the race trim and quali trim, unlike last time out, which was a little bit of a mistake on my part because we spent a little bit too much time in the garage in between doing the swap over, basically. Right, setup-wise, 88%, so not amazing, but it's an okay baseline to move on. Downforce-wise, I don't really know where to go with this one. I'm going to say, because they're going towards acceleration here, maybe More downforce, maybe. We've got a high front wing, but not a rear wing. So, I don't know. Let's see how that goes for them. That's going to be woefully the wrong way, isn't it, though? But let's just see how it is. We'll move to there. That's going to be... I think that's going to be horrendous, but let's see. Verstappen, what's he saying here? He's pretty good on the handling front, so he's excellent on the handling. 89% there. He's got more downforce to go, so I'd say, okay, maybe the high downforce is the way to go. Speed balance is there. We'll move this back, though. Get this back to where we were. There we go. Right. Let's try that out. Quali trim. 3 laps. We've got level 2, by the way, if you didn't know, on the hard tyres and the race trim. And now we're moving on to try and get level 2 on the soft tyres and the quali. But with only 5 minutes to go, this might be another close one, to be honest. I don't know what it is like. We did it in the first race, but this second and third race now, I can't seem to get level 2 on all the trims, basically. I don't know why. I think we'll maybe just about get it now. We're 2 minutes to go. We're getting there. I think this will be quite close to get level 2, but hopefully we can do it. Vettel's now gone fastest there, so he's looking a bit more punchier, maybe, with a better setup, potentially. I hope that is the result of, but Verstappen's also going quicker. So both these guys very closely matched. We go through now. Check flag falls, and we'll hopefully just get level 2. Come on, come on. There we go. Just about got it there. These two, 2 tenths between them. Looking good, looking quick. All steam ahead there. I think this might be another Vettel v Verstappen one this time around. Actually, unlike China, I think this will really be a Vettel v Verstappen one. They're looking fast. But now it's quali time. There's no rain at the moment, bleeding over into quali, so that's kind of all fine and straightforward for us. So we'll go on to soft tyres, of course. Quali trim. Setup-wise, let's have a gander. Oh my god. Okay, no, that's the wrong way, isn't it? So we'll go the other way. Yeah, at least Verstappen had 2 excellents, I guess. That's at least something. We'll go down this way to about there. And hope that is the correct way to go about things now. We'll move this to there. Little fine tweak. Right, that should be a pretty good setup for him. So, go on mediums. Off you pop, Verstappen. Vettel, mate, you're not looking good in any kind of way. So, let's move you down here. Move you very down to about maybe there. That might be the excellent we're looking for. Handling-wise, you're poor. So, you want to go towards understeer, potentially, I think. I think that's what we're saying with you. So, let's try that. And then speed balance was fine, though. So let's try that on for size. Setting a banker lap time on the mediums, of course, to get through into Q2 pretty easily. But then, really, it's a very important section here to get this set up the right way. Because, my god, that was the wrong way to go. Right, they're in now. Let's see what this setup's like. It's a 92 there, so that's okay. It's still not brilliant there for Vettel. What's Verstappen saying? 98, mate. He is on fire right now. Verstappen's loving this new engine for this race here. Right, Seb, what can we do, mate? I don't know. That was good. That's good. So maybe something in the middle is going to be where we need to be there. So something like that. Maybe be the excellence. Handling-wise, I don't really fancy moving that too much. Maybe just a little bit in the middle here. Let's try that on for size. We'll do another banker here with Vettel. Verstappen's fine, though. He can just sit in the garage and chill out, really. Right, so Q2 then. Vettel's setup is now 98, so he's looking better. He's looking a lot better now. So we'll send them both out on soft tyres. They're both a 98% setup, so that's all really good now. So now let's see what the pace is going to be like on the soft tyres. Hamilton was fastest in that Q1 session, no surprise, because we were on the mediums. But now let's see really what the pace is going to be like here. And if we have indeed got that pace that was on show in practice here, as we get a bit of traffic there with Vettel and Verstappen. But setting purples, let's see, Hamilton's yet to set a sector time yet. At the moment, we set 129.9. 2 tenths off is Vettel there, so Verstappen has the upper hand. So that engine, I think, is making a difference there potentially. Hamilton though, 2 purples. Hamilton's looking quick here. Hang on, let's have a look through the last corner. Hamilton, ooh, okay, no, okay, our car's lost some pace there. Okay, Merc are here, or at least Hamilton's here. Ricciardo's not. Where is he? Ricciardo's 5 tenths off, so Hamilton is here. Ricciardo's pretty close to Vettel, to be fair. Alright, game on. Q3, this might be a bit more interesting now. Alright, Q3 time, top 10 shootout. Let's send Vettel out first on a set of softs. We'll leave a little bit of space there for Verstappen now, send him out. And hopefully not too much traffic. He's side by side with the Red Bull there, but pretty decent space, I would say. So, let's see then, come on, boys. 2 tenths to find there to Hamilton from Q2. Let's have another Vettel surprise moment like we had last race, please. Let's see. What can Vettel do? He'll be the first one that starts his lap then. He's obviously a little bit down on the pace compared to Verstappen this weekend. But let's see as we go through then. Vettel 2 purples. Verstappen's only set a green first sector, so Vettel's bringing out the big guns, but then Verstappen comes through with a purple second sector, so both of them looking pretty quick in those first 2. Let's see, across the line, it's a 1:34. That's a slow last sector, I think. That's a definite slow last sector, I think, from Vettel. As Verstappen across the line, 1:29.8, that's more like it. So Vettel had a horrendous last sector. I think got held up by a little bit by that Renault, I think, of Bottas or Sainz. What's Hamilton doing? Hamilton's a purple. He's a purple second sector. This looks like the pole lap potentially across the line. 2.5 tenths. Right, Verstappen, come on, mate. You can find that time. You need to do a Vettel from last episode. Find the time in the last sector. Surprise all of us. And get the pole, mate. Vettel, you need to find about 8 tenths here, which is a lot. Right, setting up Max right now. Trying to get a bit of a clear track going here. Going to send Vettel out at the death, I would think. Right, but now, actually, now. This is a clear track now. Send him out. Go on. There we go. Right. Back to Verstappen. Where are you? Starting your lap. Here we go then. Getting a bit of an overtake down on the McLaren there. Hopefully it doesn't hold up too much. There we go. That's more like it. Purple first sector. 4 tenths faster. But we've got a lot of traffic here now in the second sector. Purple second sector. We're only 9 hundredths matching Hamilton. This is going to be close. Last sector, crucial. Through the last corner. Maybe held up a little bit. Across the line. Oh, it's pole! Max Verstappen bags provisional pole position by 1.6 tenths there. But Hamilton is yet to set a time. Vettel has set a white first sector. It's a horrendous first sector for Vettel. It's going to be a green second sector. Through the last sector. Come on, man. It's across the line. P3. 5 tenths off Verstappen, and Hamilton set a green. What's he going to do in the second sector, though? Green. So he's down on Verstappen right now. He's set a white second sector. Oh! What? Ricciardo out of nowhere. As Hamilton comes through, is he going to be the front row lockout for Merc? No, it's not. And Verstappen doesn't even get pole. Ricciardo, the man who's not really shown up too much in the Mercedes car this entire season so far, has just shown up for the first time now in Season 2 of this career mode. Pole position for Danny Rick in the Mercedes car. Verstappen in second place. There are 2 old Red Bull teammates on the front row in a red and silver arrow. Interesting. And then Vettel, he's off the pace. I think that engine's making a big difference. I think we need to make another engine to try and make this fair, because otherwise this is going to be such a yo-yo effect every single race. Right, so in terms of the race then, we're going to take in the hard tyre knowledge. We know conservative, I think, is going to be the way to go here at Portugal. Obviously, Hamilton, last season, Hamilton pit early, did he not, I think? He had to pit again, basically. He couldn't go the distance. So that's what we're going to try and do, is we're going to try and go the distance and try and get the race win that way. Obviously, Ricciardo's there. Hamilton looking quick. I think it's going to be a real duel with the Mercs here, and we need to try and keep track position, because that's going to be also crucial to try and get momentum here, as ever, in this game. So pushing, overtake modes. Right. You know what? We'll go attack mode for Verstappen. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Come on. Second and fourth. Let's be at least 1-3 by the end of lap 1, hopefully. Here we go then. To 5 red lights. To the Portuguese Grand Prix. Who's going to come out on top? Fire lights are out, and we're underway. To slow start there for Max Verstappen on attacking, and Vettel with the push is the better strategy, it would seem, because Vettel is up into P3, Verstappen down to B8. That is a really, really bad start to the GP. Verstappen's going to have to come back from that pronto here. Let's go auto. You know what? Use some ERS, mate. Oh, you can't use any ERS quite yet there, but he's in P9. Vettel's P3, so we've got the 3, maybe even got the 2 as Vettel's down the inside of Hamilton. Not quite. That's a Ricciardo actually as well. Hamilton's in the lead of this Grand Prix now as well, which is exactly what we don't need, basically. But Vettel now, 2 purples, gets up into P2. Alonso's now to P3 as well, so Alonso's looking quick in the Red Bull car there, as Hamilton is now 1.3 ahead, so unfortunately getting a bit of a gap already. Verstappen's up into P5 though, so he's coming back at a rate of knots. Let's use ERS down this straight and try and get ahead of Rick Bobby there. There we go, through the chicane, getting past him, getting the job done, and also Alonso. Come on, down the inside, there we go, got it. Lovely stuff, Verstappen, up into P3. Right, let's see how this goes then. Gonna go to neutral there for Verstappen. Go neutral there for Sebastian, who's got a bit more tyre life in him, a little bit more. But let's see how this goes now on the higher fuel modes for Verstappen here in comparison to Vettel. Right, sit rep now, lap number 6. We've got some worn tyres now for Seb and Verstappen. Verstappen's losing a lot of pace though on these tyres, 25% for some reason. They've dropped off real quick, so I'm going to come in this lap for sure for him. Go on to set up hard tyres then, no recharge on the battery, go, go, go. But I don't know why he got overtaken by these guys so quickly here on these tyres. Let's try and get back past them with using some ERS. There we go, back down the inside for 3rd place. Good stuff there. Thank you very much, Max. Right, Seb, conserve overtake mode. You're going a bit longer, mate. One more lap here, mate. Don't want to double stack with you and Verstappen. Right, Verstappen's in. He's on a set of hard tyres. And he's out. No mistake on the pit stop. That's good. Go on medium fuel and save some fuel now in this stint. Seb, you're going to push on. Use ERS there down this back straight. Go saving there. Auto. Pit in. Set of hard tyres. Pit strategy fine. Right, so I need to remember, we pit laps 6 to 7. And these go how long? About 17 laps, right, so about, you're looking at 23, 24. Right, Seb's in, no mistake there. And he comes out in 3rd place, just ahead of Verstappen, or not just ahead, a few seconds ahead. But now he has to save fuel as well. Right, so both Mercs are going a lot longer in this stint, which is probably not good for them. So I'm going to actually push a little bit on these tyres for both drivers and try and see if we can close them up a little bit. Right, Sirap on lap 11 now, or lap 27 laps to go. We're down to P4. Alonso's overtaken us, and Verstappen, for some reason, he's not finding the same pace he had in Quali. Like, he's just slowing down for some reason there, even though we're a bit on neutral now the entire time. Obviously, Alonso's maybe pushing, but he's on the same set of tyres there, so that's a little bit worrying for us. Vettel's in P2, of course, but Hamilton, 11.5 ahead of us. Absolute blitzing us right now. I don't know what's going on there, but absolutely mega. I'm really hoping that he has to come in again and he's on that more aggressive strategy that he had last season. And you can see there, Verstappen now has been overtaken by Ricciardo. We need to undercut to pass Ricciardo. I'm going to disagree with you there, Max, because you've just been overtaken by him and literally there was no reason for it. Like, apart from, okay, yeah, we're not using ERS, but we're on auto. Max is just losing pace. He's just not gelling with the hard tyres that much. Right, we're on lap number 19 then, and Verstappen is still in P5. He's now dropped 5 seconds back from Ricciardo. Mystifying lack of pace there from Verstappen. Vettel's looking okay in P2. 17 seconds back, though, from Hamilton. Hamilton dominating his GP. Can't really do much. I'm just just keep going, basically, to lap 23-ish. And then we'll pit onto another set of hard tyres and hope that that 2-stop's going to work out for us. And hopefully Hamilton is doing a 3-stop like he did last season. If not, then he's going to win this Grand Prix probably. Alonso and Ricciardo looking really good. I don't know what's going on with Verstappen. He's got the better engine. He's looked quicker all weekend. He's got positive fuel now, so I've got some fuel to burn later on in the race, which is good. Which is why that engine's going to come in clutch. But I've not been pushing him any less than I have with Vettel. And nothing else has really gone wrong for him. And he's just not had pace. So it's a bit baffling, to be honest. Very unfortunate. And he's now got worn tyres, apparently, these hard tyres. So probably starts to think about coming in very soon. Got 17 laps left. So I would say probably let's start pushing here. And we're going to come in very soon. Right, going to go for a fast pit stop with Verstappen. Going to start pushing with Vettel now as he goes through the last corner there. Use some ERS as well as we go down this straight. He's lost a bit of pace there, but not too much. He's still at 16 seconds behind Hamilton, so no time really lost. Fast pit stop for Verstappen's worked out there. That's good. Onto a set of hard tyres. And now, well, save some fuel, push, and just hope for the best, really. With Seb, where are we now with Seb? Seb is going through the last sector now, is he? Yeah, he is, right. Use some ERS here. Pit in. Set of hard tyres. Pit strategy all good. Let's go. Come in. Right, Vettel, good pit stop. No mistake there. Comes out in P2. Just ahead of Ricciardo there. On use of hard tyres, obviously he's at the pit, so that's fine. Go medium there on the fuel. Save that fuel. Verstappen's pushing hard. He's 6 seconds back from Alonso. Oh, come on, man. We've got the hard tyres. You should be able to just push on them and lean on them. And we've now got some rain involved. I did not see this. We've got rain involved in this GP. So, I don't know. We wouldn't be able to stretch the tyres to that 26 for sure. But now we've got rain. That might, I don't know, change something or other. I don't know. Well, now we've got rain. Let's go full out attack then. There's no point saving these tyres. Go full out attack. And until the rain fully comes down. Right, coming in for inters with Verstappen right now on this lap. Vettel goes on for 1 lap longer. It's a mistake on the pit stop there with Verstappen, unfortunately. Loses him 3 seconds there. Vettel will pit on this lap. Inters, recharge, go for the Yeah, go for the risk. Go for the risk. Let's go for the risk. All right, Verstappen comes out. P4, P5. Behind Ricciardo. He's behind Ricciardo still. He's now a few seconds back. We've not got fuel to burn. But now we've got tyres. I guess we can just push the tyres. But, this has been a frustrating one. This has been a frustrating Grand Prix. Vettel sets purple. Comes in. Onto a set of inters. Good pit stop there. No mistake. Out in P2. 17 seconds back from Hamilton, though. Ahead of Alonso, though, at least. Got to save a lot of fuel there with Vettel. But we're P2 and P5. I just don't know. Why? Where was Verstappen's pace gone? Right, we've got 2 laps to go in this Grand Prix. Sainz has got now a penalty. We've got worn tyres for Verstappen, but I'm just going to throw the kitchen sink at it now and just go for it with both the drivers there. But Vettel's now 19 seconds back from Hamilton, so Hamilton's dominated this Grand Prix. Verstappen, though, is in P5. He's 5 seconds back from Ricciardo. Don't know if he'll be able to close that up. Probably not. Vettel's got some overheated tyres, unfortunately. And worn tyres now. Verstappen, where is he? 23%. We've got 1 lap left, so that's not going to be much of an issue here. Final lap of the Grand Prix. Going to come through. Okay, you don't need to tell me about all this. Right, come through. We gained 2.1 seconds on that last lap there. We're actually quite close to Ricciardo here. Back straight, maybe. Let's try. Come on, push on. Oh, we've got low fuel, though. Jesus. Right, low fuel, low fuel. Burn that, lower that fuel. Hopefully the engine's going to help us out here. Right, come on. We're getting close. It's going to be so close to running out of fuel on the line here. As we come through, we're going to run out of fuel on the line and get P5 in the end. We got close. 3 seconds to Ricciardo, but 2nd place in the end and 5th place. That's a frustrating Grand Prix. That Grand Prix kind of just flew by, and I felt like a passenger. I couldn't really do too much at managing the drivers, really, to make them go any faster or anything like that, because, well, everyone just had more pace than us. Well, Hamilton had more pace than Vettel, and then, yeah, I don't know what happened to Verstappen. He lost all the pace he had in the in Quali in the race. So baffling one. Right, so Vettel did get fast lap of the Grand Prix though, so even though he got 2nd place, he gets the same amount of points as Hamilton, so that's very good. Verstappen gets 4 there, so in the end, Vettel still maintains the lead of 2 points over Hamilton, but now the gap is 12 points to Verstappen, despite me thinking this was going to be a better race for him. Constructors, we're now 11 points behind ahead of Merck, so we lost 1 point there in the Constructors, so all in all, a little bit lost there with Merck, just a little bit, 1 point, but the bigger loss is Verstappen, really, just losing ground to Vettel in the championship. I thought this race from Quali and the better engine, I thought this was going to be his time to maybe get that race win, but alas, he just did not perform at all. But with the suspension being built, that's going to be the end of the episode then. Bit of a weird one, guys. Yeah, hopefully we can bounce back next episode, but that was very baffling indeed. But guys, if you did enjoy it nonetheless, be sure to hit the like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you are new around here, subscribe for weekly full-on content. I've been aarava. Have a good day. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.